Haven't been doing too much. For the most part, my outings are working out outside. I've done a few outdoor dining with my family and a few friends. I've done hiking. I've gone to the vineyard maybe like twice, but I just feel like people are just out too much. It's too much for me. Like, I'm not trying to be out like that. Like, I think people are out as if COVID is gone because it's not being talked about constantly like it was in the beginning.
Tuesday happy hour where we interview dope people doing dope things. Today we have the beautiful. Can you introduce yourself?
Kitanya Williams.
Okay, Kitanya Williams. Um, what do you do?
I'm a federal probation officer.
Oh, Mrs. Officer, Mrs. Officer. Okay, so what got you into traveling in the first place?
Um, Growing up, my family always traveled. We had a trip, usually within the country, but sometimes we went to different Caribbean islands. So it's just something that I'm used to doing.
Okay, and so where have you been so far?
Um, I've been to a few islands in the Caribbean, and as far as outside of North America, I've just been to Spain. So I definitely need to travel a lot more.
Let's talk about your Spain trip. How was that?
Oh, it was amazing.
Was that like from what I realized? Remember that was a birthday trip, right?
Yeah, it was my birthday. So me and my brother did a week out there. It was great.
Okay, what you guys do?
We went to vineyards. We did sightseeing. We each have a friend who lives out there, so we hung out with them. Did some like local things. Did a lot of walking, shopping, eating, drinking. It was amazing. Working on my Spanish a little bit.
Okay, okay, about to be Senorita Williams. So, what was your favorite thing to do while you were out there?
Um, hmm. Probably my favorite thing was the walking because it had been so long since I did that much walking. Just being able to really tour our area, like we really didn't have to take the train many places or drive. We were able to walk to a lot of things down in Barcelona. So that was really my favorite part.
Okay, okay. And so, do you have like a bucket list of places that you'd like to visit?
I would like to go to Egypt. I'm not sure what other countries in Africa I want to explore. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to
Hold up
Australia.
one second. Your audio is going in and out, and it sounds like something's rustling. So, it might be the mic on your headphones.
You think it's better if I take it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Is this better?
that's so better. That's cool. You're good.
Yeah.
So, what were you saying about your bucket list?
Oh, I said I want to go to Egypt. I'm not sure what other countries in Africa I want to explore. I want to go to Italy, Australia, England, Germany. That's it right now.
Okay, okay. So that's what's up. So what excites you about travel?
Um, just seeing different sceneries, learning a little bit about the cultures out there. I'm really into different beaches. So any place that has beautiful water, I definitely like to explore that. Like trying to figure out who has my favorite water so far. I think it's Turks and Caicos. Yeah. I like meeting like the local people that can tell me a little bit about like their area from their perspective. So
Okay. And so where's your family from again?
they're from Jamaica.
Jamaica. So compared to all the islands you've been to in the Caribbean, which one either compares to or is better than Jamaica? I know you can't blaspheme and say anything is better than Jamaica.
I'm
So
not going to
what
say that
comes?
any of them are better.
So which experience did you have that felt like almost being home?
Almost what?
Like you were almost at home in Jamaica?
Um, hmm. I really liked Barbados. Yeah.
Okay, expand. I mean, you know,
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
what
What'd
about
you say?
Barbados? What
I really liked the food out there and the music. Um, I've gone like in October and I've also gone for carnival. So it's two different experiences. And I really liked the October experience where it wasn't like very crowded and you got to do a lot more of the local things. So the food was just amazing. The people were so friendly. Like, I'm ready to go back there like next year. I was supposed to go this year, actually.
And I also noticed you do a lot of carnival movement. Tell us about these carnivals. How many carnivals have you been to? How many countries? And
Um,
which one was your best experience?
I've done Trinidad Carnival twice. Trinidad Carnival this year was actually my last trip in February. I've done Barbados Carnival once, and those have been my only island carnivals. Outside of that, I've gone to Caravana in Canada and Miami, but Trinidad is amazing. I feel like everybody should go experience it at least once, but you'll probably go more than once, like I did. It's worth every penny.
And did you play mass in every carnival you've been in? You've been to?
I haven't played mass in Barbados, but I was going to go this year and play mass. But Trinidad, I played mass both times.
Okay. And so, what would be like an introductory carnival to visit, right? Where it's not like crazy, but it's not like, like whack, sort of thing.
Maybe start with like a Caravana, but I also think they have a lot of like hip hop out there. So I don't know how much of a great experience that is. I haven't been to Caravana since 2008 actually. Trinidad I don't feel like is a starter experience, but you're going to get everything all in one. I mean, I've only gone to Trinidad and Barbados, so I don't have much to compare it to, but I feel like any carnival that you go to in the Caribbean is going to be a good time. Like, just go. Don't think, just go.
So, were you born in Jamaica or were you born here?
I was born here.
Okay, and so did you go back and forth to Jamaica as a kid, like in your summers?
No, I've been here like all the time.
Oh wow! So you were always a good kid, so they didn't have to threaten you to send you home with your auntie or your grandma
I was
back home.
definitely always the good kid.
Oh, that explains it. That explains it. So, as far as being, and do you consider yourself like Jamaican American or just Jamaican?
Jamaican American.
Okay. And so, do you find it? And I guess my next question follow that is, what's been your experience like traveling? Well, I guess you're traveling Caribbean wise. A lot of the people can kind of relate because everybody almost looks alike, and everybody is so welcoming. But given the current state and climate here, right? Do you find it that it's surprising how the rest of the world is more open to like welcoming us than our own back here, or just the people here?
I do. Like there's parts of Jersey where I don't feel very comfortable walking around, but I don't really feel that same sense when I go to the different islands and whatnot. Sometimes I feel a little uneasiness, but that's partially being a woman if I'm in like a scene where there's a lot of men around, but I feel more comfortable there than I do here.
Okay. And so with what's been going on, right? COVID hit, right? Everybody's kind of like stuck in the house. Where were you when COVID hit?
When it hit here, like the shutdown started happening in like
Yeah.
March.
Yeah, because you're technically coming off of a carnival high. So, you actually feel the impact of COVID.
Yeah. I was in Jersey when COVID hit. Like, wasn't even thinking about COVID when we went to Carnival. Like, it wasn't really a thing here. But as soon as it hit, I was just thinking about the like 5 trips I wasn't going to be able to go on. So that took a while to get over that depression.
Oh, wow. What were the 5 trips that you were supposed to go on?
I was going to go to Barbados for Carnival. I was going to Miami just for like a fun long weekend. I was supposed to go. I can't even remember all of the trips because I really had to like wipe them out of my memory because I was just so upset. But I definitely remember those 2. I can't remember the rest, but it was definitely a few trips I was supposed to take.
Okay. So how are you adjusting to COVID, right? We've gone through several stages of reopening. And so, like, kind of explain to us, like, how are you dealing through the different stages, right? We got lockdown to now that outside is kind of partially open.
I haven't been doing too much. For the most part, my outings are working out outside. I've done a few outdoor dining with my family and a few friends. I've done hiking. I've gone to the vineyard maybe like twice, but I just feel like people are just out too much. It's too much for me. Like, I'm not trying to be out like that. Like, I think people are out as if COVID is gone because it's not being talked about constantly like it was in the beginning. I want no parts of that. I have to go to work. My courthouse is open to us, not the public yet. But outside of that, I don't really go out too much. I'm just trying to stay safe.
Were you going out like that before COVID or?
Yeah, I was going out more so like a spring, summer type of thing, though.
Okay. So now that, where outside is slowly opening up, are you gearing up to like get some of your trips back in order or in line? How is that? What is that looking for you next?
So I think about it, but honestly, I just feel like I can't really plan anything because it's just so uncertain right now what things are looking like. And I'm not hopeful that spring next year is going to be normal for us. Like, so I really haven't been planning anything. I'm just trying to wait and see what it looks like next year because the way it's looking now is not looking good.
See, you're better than me. I'm planning and adjusting as things cancel on me. But you know me, I can't sit still. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, even as we speak, I'm on my way somewhere else. So, it's just a matter of not necessarily, for me, it's all about doing things responsibly, moving around responsibly because I care for my dad. So, me being irresponsible means that I could potentially bring something back home that could cause him harm. So, of course, I'm always going to make sure that whatever I do, I maintain my social distance. I keep my, stay safe. And so, with that being said, since you're not planning any trips, right? Um, for the newcomer when outside opens up, right? What are some things that you would kind of give them advice for just to get started? You know what I mean? Because one of the biggest things that I think a lot of newcomers to the travel scene see is the glitz and glamour of Instagram travel, right? And it doesn't always have to be that, right? It can be small trips to the shore, because you apparently went to the shore all the time this summer.
Like 5 times.
Right. Small trips to the vineyard, little things like that, which are experiences. Because for me, traveling is like a form of therapy and a form of way to just get out of the mundane. So, like, what are some things that you would kind of give a new traveler advice on doing?
I feel like all you really need, and not even necessarily, but I guess for people who are just starting out, I think you need at least just one person that you can travel with. Like, you don't need a big group of people, because those group trips can be a headache trying to plan in itself. And then people drop out and people say they're down, but they're not really down. And it just ends up being too much of a process. All you really need is one person, your valid passport, if you're leaving the country. If not, just going to different states can be a beautiful experience in itself, because there's so much to learn from from all these other states. Like, they're all so different. I just say all you need is one person and just go. You don't even need a whole itinerary, just go.
Speaking of one person, that was just your one person.
Yes, he's one of my favorite travel buddies, my brother, because he's always down to go.
So when you guys travel, who's usually the one to plan things? You are, or he?
I don't like planning. I'm not.
You don't plan. You're just like, tell me how much and when, and let's go.
Yeah, that's exactly the friend that I am with all my trips. Like, you just need to tell me when the money's due by and how much it is. Like, I don't like to get caught up in all those like details of stuff. Like, for Carnival, I have my friend who plans all that. Just let me know when the money's due, what band we playing mass with. Like, that's it. I don't want to get caught up in all that stuff. It's too much.
Awesome. So, where has been your favorite place to visit? And why?
Grenada. I went there. I have a cousin who lives there. I went there with my mom and we stayed at my cousin's house. I'm a big beach person. She lives very close to the beach. Went to the beach pretty much every day. It was the most peaceful Caribbean island I've been to so far, because it's very small. You can see the whole island in less than 2 hours. We didn't go anytime around Carnival. It was April, so it was very quiet and peaceful, and you got to really see the beauty of the island without it being overcrowded with all the tourists. So I definitely can't wait to go back to Grenada. It was just a beautiful experience.
You want to go to Grenada now, so I need to add Grenada to my list just to make sure that, I have the same experience.
It was amazing. Like, I don't even want to go there during their carnival. I know their carnival is lit, but I'm like, but I had such a beautiful, peaceful experience. Like, I just want to have that again. And also take advantage of my cousin still living there. So
that comes in handy. So what carnival haven't you been to that you would love to be in if you had the opportunity?
I'm considering St. Lucia. It looked so lit last year, like, because I know so many people were going to go this year. I would probably go to any islands carnival, like Antigua, just any of them, just to give a different experience. Like, I'm not rushing to go back to Trinidad. I've done it twice. I want to have other islands experiences, and I know they're all so different. So I would go to any of them, actually. Not Jamaica, though. I'm not really interested in their carnival.
What? That's almost blasphemy. Oh my gosh.
My brother's been, but I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
So what is it about the Jamaican carnival?
They play too much reggae.
Okay, I mean, but that's the home of reggae. What else are you? So you're more of a soca and calypso. Got it. So you're going to the soca-based carnivals versus the calypso, the reggae. Got it. That makes sense. Well, that's awesome. And look, hopefully one of these days I get invited on one of these trips. Tell your brother,
just
hey,
come.
I'm going trips.
Just come. You don't need it.
I gotta know when y'all are going. You know what I mean? And she got a drink for Travel Tuesday happy hour. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I want to say thank you for jumping on. I've been bugging you for a while to get on here.
Thank you for having me.